Okay, so I was having some issues when I opened my battery cover, and I noticed that there was an extra bracket that's usually not covered in YouTube on the 2023 model Beasts, which I called Storyteller and they said Mercedes usually handles it. I'd like to personally thank Justin Copley at Mercedes Van Center in Maple Shade, New Jersey for giving me the good advice on how to get this plastic piece, which is in the middle of the battery, which is basically a bracket, removed. So Justin Copley explained to me that the first thing we want to do is loosen the nuts on the negative and positive terminals on the battery. Now, if you're doing this correctly, he explained that you don't really have to undo any of the other nuts that are attached, especially on the Storyteller Overland Beast, where there's cables going to the ARB compressors and to the overhead lights and all these other accessories. So the only thing you'll have to do is take off the, well, not take off, but you'll just have to loosen the nuts on both your negative and positive terminal and remove them. The left side is easy enough, but it's the right side that has the issues. The right side, as you can see, as you're going to see, is tied down by this center bracket that Mercedes has now installed. I think it's Mercedes. And so the trick was trying to figure out how to remove it. I wasn't sure if it was like tapped in there with a screw, but after talking with Mr. Copley, he told me that no, that's not the case. All right, I got this up, but it seems like this thing is hooked in there. Unless it's this stuff. Okay, I got it. You kind of have to pry this way, and then you have to pry this way. They are hooked underneath in order to get this off after you have this attachment. So after you use a wedge tool, hopefully a soft wedge tool, and unhook the center bracket, which is, the center bracket is held because it has two kind of side hooks that hook under the lip of the battery. But once you pop those off, you'll want to have someone or tie down the cables away from the battery core so that you don't do any damage, and you do that carefully. I had someone help me hold the cables aside. Then you go to the left side, there's another bracket there which also has your gas venting tube that's hooked to your battery. You want to unhook the venting tube and then use a long tool to unscrew the bolts there and remove that. Once that's done, you're going to be able to lift the old battery out and put the new one in. And I wound up going with a Die-Hard Platinum H8 AGM battery, which has a little bit higher crank rate than the standard Mercedes battery. All right, looks like everything's working. Moment of truth. Key in the slot. I think it's working though. All right, here we go. Key not detected. Key should be. There we go. Firing up. Good. Very good. Thanks to Justin Copley for helping me understand how to get that center bracket off.